Now, we all want to be loved, and we all want to love and find the perfect partner and maybe to live happily ever after. And in bygone days, we would be introduced to potential partners through friends, or maybe we'd meet them in the pub or at a party even. The reality, though, today at least, is that more and more people are turning to the internet in the hope of finding a match made in cyber heaven. So, just how has the internet changed the dating game? That's the question we're asking this evening. Let's meet some people who have various views about online love. Would you welcome, please, best-selling author Claudia Carroll, erstwhile apprentice Breffney Morgan, journalist Tanya Sweeney, and singer Michael English. Ladies and gentlemen, all welcome. Okay, so it goes a little like this. Nod if you're all single. Nod, nod, nod. Okay, first question sorted. Next question, Claudia, online dating. Have you tried it?
Well, have you got a minute?
I have a minute.
Yes, I have. I'll tell you why. I've a book out at the minute.
Yes.
And it's a love story.
Yes.
And nobody ever believes you when you say that you're doing something for research, but I really did have to do online dating for research.
No.
This is a character in the book who just lives, eats, breathes and sleeps internet dating and is convinced that her soulmate is the click of a mouse away. And her logic and justification, and you know, there's a lot to be said for it, is in the 50s and 60s, as you just said in your introduction, our parents and grandparents would have had dance halls, and then, you know, the 60s and 70s and 80s would have been discos, nightclubs, wine bars, and now today it's the internet. And the fact is, in this day and age, going out is pretty expensive. It's pricey, certainly in Dublin. So it's a very cheap way to socialise. Okay. You can socialise from the comfort of home in your manky 3-day-old tracksuit and no makeup and greasy hair.
Yes.
So I thought, okay, I'll give it a whirl.
Which differs slightly to the picture people put up on the thing. We'll get to that in a minute.
I thought, for research purposes, I'll give this a bit of a whirl.
How did it go?
Well, I was a coward, I have to tell you.
Go on.
I was a terrible coward, and I hid behind a makey-uppy profile, and I didn't put up a profile picture, you know, the pictures you're supposed to post. I just had blank. So that is cowardly. That's a bit like going into a bar on a Friday night with a paper bag over your head.
Did you get any response?
Well, wait till you hear. You get you get the wrong kind of response. But what astonished me was the number of, well, first of all, the exaggerations people tell. Now, we all tweak the truth. I mean, you know, we all maybe knock a couple of years off their age. But I mean, there were people claiming to be in their 20s who had got bus passes. Yeah. And that's really not an exaggeration. Yeah. But generally, and I kind of discovered this through trial and error, if somebody, just the euphemisms people use, fun generally means annoying. Chubby means needs to be hoisted around on a crane. And fond of a drink means basically would suck the alcohol out of a deodorant bottle. Okay. Yeah. But the other thing was, I'm sorry, I let everybody else get a word in now. The other thing was the lies people tell, like just the blatant lies. And what astonished me was the number of openly married guys, like openly married, who would post their wedding pictures.
Brilliant.
And you think, it's just your wife. Do you think your wife is thick?
Yeah.
And they would say, well, no, I'm not available, very openly say, I'm not available to meet in the evenings or weekends, but I'll see you during the day. I was horrified, I really was.
Breffney, have you tried this? Do you believe